So you were relatively new to the Souls games and you've just finished Elden Ring and you thought, you know what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to give Dark Souls, the original game Dark Souls, a go. And so these are my top 20 tips to kind of get you started on the right foot. That's a Miyazaki reference, by the way. A very tired, boring trope. Okay, so first things first, you want to go as a male. Now, there is a slight difference between males and females in Dark Souls, especially the original one. I think only the original one. Females have a slightly quicker acceleration speed when running, but their speed is slightly less compared to men. So there is actually inequality within Dark Souls. So try and ignore that if that's something that you may find offensive. So that's my top tip. First one, that's top tip number one, is play as a male. There's going to be 20 of these, by the way. Okay, so you want to go as a pyromancer because setting fire to things has always been fun. I'm going to go with the black fire bombs. You're going to find out why soon. Tiny head, commoner. Actually, I tell you what. Let's go with classic Xena. No particular reason. We're going to go with classic Xena, and let's just go. Now my next top tip, tip number one, is you're gonna want to. No, sorry. Tip number three actually is yeah, skip this. You don't need to watch it. The plot doesn't make any sense anyway. Skip that as well. And the next thing you're going to want to do, tip number four, is you're going to want to pick up and pillage the corpse. And you want to get the dungeon cell key, because if you don't get that, you're going to be stuck in here for a while. You're not going to be able to get out. You're not going to be able to progress through the game. Yeah, it's all going to be buggered at that point. So you're going to want to open that. That's tip number four, I think. And yeah, there's other cells, and you just want to kind of ignore these guys. They're not going to attack you. Just run all the way through here. Ignore the textures. Just ignore the shininess of this game. The textures look kind of slimy and weird. They upscaled the textures from the original Dark Souls into the remastered one and made things look kind of oddly shit when they did that. It's a bit odd. I don't know why they did that. You want to go up here. And the next thing you want to do is run straight to this bonfire. Now, bonfires are your friend. They're basically this game's version of Sight of Grace. If you rest at them, you can't talk to a lady. Melina isn't going to be there. So it's not really a tip, but you won't be able to talk to a lady. So next thing you want to do is you want to bypass this wonderful floor texture and go straight up to this door, which kind of looks a bit weird and oily, doesn't it? Like it's got kind of like a weird thing going on. And yeah, it's just doing that. And you kind of want to do this a little bit. You want to go up and down, like that. Okay, so tip number five is don't press triangle on your controller, or Y if you're using an Xbox controller, because that isn't the use button. That just makes you two-hand. This game does not have Asher Wars. It's got no spirit summons or anything like that. So you want to just ignore this entire room, just run by, because there's a big lad there, and he will ruin your game before it's even started. Now here's another top tip. Top tip number six is light the bonfire. Again, there's another bonfire, and what you may notice, what you may recognise, is that there's going to be a bonfire everywhere. Like, don't worry about dying, because you will find another bonfire. And this guy is going to be shooting at you. By the way, I'm only going to be doing the starting area. I figured, get you off on the right track with this. You kind of just want to just completely bypass this guy. This is where you're going to get your weapon. In this case, is a hand axe. You want to go over to the equipment thing. This is top tip number 6, I think. Change over to that, and change over to the shield. Top tip number 7 is the shield is for blocking. So there you go. So as you can see here, my character, Bass Pro Shops, is You know, he's pretty much ready. And there you go, look. That's the first kill. I've got 20 souls in this game. They're called souls, they're not called runes or rune fragments or whatever. It's kind of the same game, basically. Look, you've even got these things here. Where are we? Oh, see, we've just made ourselves come around here to the top. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to get around here. And another top tip is there's environmental hazards. In this case, it's a big ball that's going to roll down this these steps in a minute. If I keep moving forward. Yeah, there you go. Dodge out of the way. And it's going to hit the wall, break the wall down. And just like Chris Jericho. And you're going to want to go to see this guy because he's got a weird family saying something about the bells of awakening. Ignore that. He's going to give you your flask of crimson tears, which is called an Estus flask in this game. Yeah, he's skip through all that crap. Yeah, you've got an Estus flask now. So now you can heal, and you've also got another key. This game is full of keys. You're going to need those keys. And another thing you want to do is you just want to like get this guy. Yeah, smack him. Oh, don't let him hit you though. Don't try and kick instead. Yeah, there you go. Like, totally failed that one there. Look. Okay, so that's my top tip. Top tip number 8 is you do not want to get hit. It will take bits of your health off. And you may notice a big red bar at the top of the screen, just like Elden Ring. Surprisingly, this is actually unsurprisingly, it's made by the same people. So you want to get the Pyromancy Flame, and if you can, equip it right now because you're going to need that in a moment for using more fire. You're a Pyromancer. You're going to need to have the ability to produce fireballs from your wrists. And you can do backstabs, but at the moment I can't. So let's do a backstab on this. Oh, you sod ya. Right, okay. So yeah, you want to kind of like. Oh god. All right, yeah. I forget there's a guy that shoots arrows at you. Top tip: pay attention to your environment and read messages. So like this one, this is a top tip. I mean, there's loads of top tips just in the game. Like, I mean, you would be forgiven for thinking this is a tutorial section because it is. Okay, with this one here, you kind of want to just like see if you can get a backstab in, and then like, oh, just throw fucking firebombs at him, sod it. Just firebomb, firebomb, or backstab him. There you go. And throw a firebomb on his corpse. There you go. Look. You might want to heal at this point. You know, if you're a novice player, you're used to the quick frenetic action of Elden Ring, then this slow methodical combat of Dark Souls, it might be a bit jarring, and you may notice that all your icons on the side of the screen are massive as well. So now you want to traverse or get the white light, and the first thing you want to do is walk off the edge and attack at the same time, because you can do a plunging attack, just as this top tip said, and you're going to do that. So I'm going to do this. And there we are. Yeah, so we took out a big chunk of his health. And then we want to just run away from him a little bit, get some space, and just throw flaming fireballs at him, hit his balls, and yeah, just keep doing this actually. There you go, look, and I didn't even take any damage from this big boss. So that's a top tip, is to beat that boss and get some humanity, which you can use now, which I'm going to use. I'm going to use the item right now. Oh yeah, look at that. I'm going to run down here, and I'm actually going to reverse my hollowing right now, because I want to look nice and pretty for the big... Oh, I can't. Well, what do you know? So yeah, ignore this whole area, don't backtrack, and yeah, you've got some souls there. You can't level up at the moment until you get to Firelink Shrine, which is like the round table hold, I guess. Use the big pilgrim's key. You will eventually find the small pilgrim's key. Don't worry about that. And they're not from Plymouth either. So let's go up here, run up these steps, and there you will be greeted by a big bird. So that's my other top tip, is to just run up this hill, and I think we've done it. We've actually accomplished what we set out to do, and that was beat the first boss. I did say this is going to be 20 top tips. I know I didn't actually have 20, but what can you do, eh?